Good morning, boys and girls. I'm so glad to see you today. We are going to do our Letterland lesson number 4. We are in the fast track. And the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to practice the letters we've already learned doing the quick dash. So remember all of our Letterland friends that we have learned so far. We've learned several. So we're going to go to Phonics Online so that you can see them. I show you the Letterlander. I want you to think for just a minute, and then we'll say who it is. I'll ask you who it is, and everybody at home, I want you to say the Letterlander friend with me. Then I'm going to flip the card to the plain side, and we're going to say the sound that that Letterland friend makes. Are you ready? Who is this? Annie Apple. Sound? Ah, good job. Who is this? Bouncy Ben. Good job. Sound? B, b. Excellent. Who is this? Clever cat. Good job. Sound? K, k. Wonderful. Who is this? Dippy duck. Sound? D, d. Great. Who is this one? Eddie Elephant. Good job. Sound? Eh, eh. Who is this? Firefighter Fred. Excellent. Sound? I like the way I see you doing that with me out there. Good job. Now, I'm going to let us meet. I want to introduce you to a couple of new friends today. So today I want you to meet my friend Golden Girl. Look at Golden Girl. She is sitting here in her letter shape, but we know that everybody can't see our Letterland friends hiding in the letter shape. This is Golden Girl. Look at her. She has a long golden braid and she's sitting there, but most people only see her plain letter. But we know that we can learn to see Golden Girl hiding right in that letter. And remember that sounds trick that I taught you already? Again, this is Golden Girl. Can you say her name? Golden Girl. All right, remember, we can do the sounds trick. If we know her name, we can do what we call the sounds trick to figure out the sound that she makes in words. And her sound is what's going to help us learn to read. So I have my magic rubber band here. So out there at home, I want you to get your hands together and we pretend we have a tight rubber band. Look how tight mine is. I have to stretch that rubber band apart. And we're going to say Golden Girl's name really slowly. Again, Golden Girl. Are you ready? Get your rubber band, imaginary rubber band together out there. We're going to stretch her first name. Golden. Let's stretch her other name. Girl. Let's try it again. Golden. Girl. Now remember the sounds trick, we just start to say her name with a tiny stretch so we can find out the sound she makes. Are you ready? We're just going to start her name. Here we go. G, g. That's the sound Golden Girl makes. So when we see her plain letter in words, we can remember that that's Golden Girl hiding there. Remember she had that golden hair hanging down? And we can start to say her name and we'll know the sound that she makes. G, g, Golden Girl. G. Okay, that's the sound she makes. I want to show you some pictures that Golden Girl likes. She loves things that begin with her sound, remember? What color is this? Everybody out there should be telling me that color. What is that? Green. Golden Girl's best color is green. Can you guess why? Green starts with her sound. G, g, green. She loves the color green. Golden Girl loves these too. Do you know what these are? Grapes. They're grapes, aren't they? Golden Girl's goat loves eating green grapes. I love eating green grapes too. Golden Girl's goat loves eating green grapes. I bet Golden Girl enjoys green grapes too. And then another thing that Golden Girl has is that goat that eats her grapes. This is a goat. Golden Girl has a very greedy goat. Greedy means she likes to keep lots of things for herself and not share. So Golden Girl has a greedy goat. Golden Girl has a greedy goat. Let's see if we can stretch the word goat. Get your hands together out there. Goat. Let's just start it. G, g. That's the sound that Golden Girl makes. So she has a goat and grapes, and she loves the color green. And who is this again, boys and girls? Golden Girl. All right, I want you to meet another friend today. This friend is one of my favorite friends in Letterland. This man is Harry Hatman. Can you say hello to Harry Hatman? Hi, Harry Hatman. Harry Hatman, look at him. He's got his head on top with his hat, and it looks a little hairy up there. And he doesn't even wear shoes, but he's waving at us saying, hello, friends. This is Harry Hatman. And so when we see Harry Hatman, we know that everybody else can't see him hiding. This is what his letter looks like in books. Remember what was up here? His hat with his head with his hat on it, and he had some feet. His feet were down here, and he had his arm out waving hello to everyone. Harry Hatman. Now, guess what? We can do the sounds trick with Harry Hatman too. So if you're at home out there, I want you to put your hands together just like mine are. And we're going to slow speak Harry's name too. Okay, are you ready? Harry Hatman. Let's do it again. Harry Hatman. All right, to do his trick, we only start his name. So get your hands together and we're going to do a tiny stretch. Everybody do it with me out there. He is whispering his sound. Let's say his whole first name. Harry. Let's just start it. He loves it when we whisper his sound. So Harry Hatman, remember, this is what he looks like in books. Everybody can't see, but when we see this letter shape, we see Mr. Tall Harry Hatman, and his head's up there. He's wearing that hairy hat, and he has his feet down here, and his arm was out waving hello to us. Harry Hatman. I want to share some things that Harry Hatman loves. He loves things that begin with his sound. So Harry Hatman loves his horse. This is Harry Hatman's horse. Harry Hatman has a horse called Henry. 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 I bet he named his horse Henry because it starts like his sound. Do you think so? Harry Hatman has a horse. Look at what else he has. Does that look familiar? Harry Hatman was wearing one of those, wasn't he? Harry Hatman has a hat shop where he makes hundreds of hats. This looks like the hat that Harry is wearing, but he makes hundreds of hats. Let's stretch the word hat. Hat. Let's just start it. Does that sound like the sound that Harry makes? I think so. And look at this. Looks kind of like a house, doesn't it? And it's got a hat on top. When Harry Hatman's house had a hole in the roof, he made a huge hat for it. That doesn't look like my roof. Does it look like your roof? I don't think so. Harry Hatman had a hole in his roof, so he just made a huge hat for his new roof. I love that. I bet Harry Hatman enjoys living in his house with the hat for a roof, don't you? Harry Hatman's house with the hat for a roof. All right, so those are some vocabulary pictures. Now let's look again really quickly. Who is this? Golden Girl. And who is our other new friend? Harry Hatman. Excellent job. I bet Harry's saying hooray for you because you're doing such a great job out there. All right, now we're going to play a little game called the word sort. And we're going to look at some of the letters we've already learned. Do you remember who this is? That's right, Eddie Elephant. And this is who? Firefighter Fred. And what sound does Firefighter Fred make? Everybody out there. And our new friend, Golden Girl. That's right. And her sound is g, g, just like the start of her name. And our other new friend today, Harry Hatman. And his sound is at the start of his name. All right, to do our word sort today, I'm going to use some different pictures than our vocabulary cards. These are the beginning sound picture cards. And so I'm going to use those just because they're a little smaller, and I think we can all see those out there at home. But remember, to play the word sort, we're going to say what the picture is, and then we have to stretch that word and listen for the sound at the beginning and see if we can give it to the right letterlander. Remember, our letterlanders only like to collect pictures of things that start the same way as they do. They have to start with the same beginning sound. So let's look at the first one. This is a goose. Goose. Let's stretch that word. Goose. Goose. What do you hear at the beginning of goose? G. I hear the g sound, don't you? All right, who do you think is going to have that? Eddie Elephant. Firefighter Fred. G. Golden Girl. That's the start. We hear it, Golden Girl. All right, this is a fire. Fire. Let's start to say that word. Fire. Who begins like fire? Firefighter Fred. Good job. Let's look at another one. This is a helicopter. Helicopter. Let's stretch that word. Helicopter. Who do you hear at the beginning of that word? Is it Eddie Elephant? Firefighter Fred? Golden Girl? Harry Hatman. You can give me a thumbs up if you think it's the ones I'm pointing to. I saw people shaking their heads when I did Harry Hatman. I think you're right. All right, everybody out there, let's try another one. Elephant. Elephant. Listen to the first sound. This one, thumbs up or not? Thumbs up or down? Good job, Eddie Elephant. Starts like elephant. This is a gorilla. 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 All right. Eddie Elephant, thumbs up or down? Firefighter Fred? Golden Girl? Yes, excellent job. Okay, look at our next one. Elbow. Where your arm bends. Elbow. Elbow. What do you think, boys and girls? I see heads shaking and thumbs up. Eddie Elephant, elbow. Good job. We have a fish now. Fish. Let's stretch it. Fish. Does that sound like Eddie? Firefighter Fred? Good job. I see thumbs up out there. What about this one? Horse. We know who had a horse. Do you remember? Horse. Was it Eddie? Firefighter Fred? Golden Girl? Harry Hatman? I think you're right. Guitar. Guitar. Listen to the beginning sound. Thumbs up or down? I see thumbs up out there. Golden Girl starts like guitar. And then I have a frog. We're almost done. I have a frog. Who do you hear at the beginning? Jack, can you unmute yourself and tell me? Firefighter Fred, good job. And what is this? Egg. Egg. Sarah, can you unmute yourself and tell me? Eddie Elephant, great job. And the last one I have is a house. Camden, can you unmute yourself and tell me who you hear at the beginning of house? Good job, Harry Hatman. I think you did a great job. Hooray for you. Now, the next thing we're going to do is called alphabet line. I'm going to go back and review what we just did, and then I'm going to give you a turn to say the character, the sound, and the pictures that begin like that sound. So you're just going to repeat after me, and I need to see everybody's mouths moving out there, okay? Listen first. Eddie Elephant says eh in words like elephant, elbow, and egg. Can you say that, please? Eddie Elephant says eh in words like elephant, elbow, and egg. Good. Firefighter Fred says in words like fire, fish, frog. All right, you say it now. Firefighter Fred says in words like fire, fish, frog. Next, listen. Golden Girl says g in words like goose, gorilla, and guitar. It's your turn. Golden Girl says g in words like goose, gorilla, and guitar. And last, we have our new friend, Harry Hatman. Harry Hatman says in words like helicopter, horse, and house. Your turn. Harry Hatman says in words like helicopter, horse, and house. Good job. All right, now the last thing we're going to do in our lesson today is we are going to play a game called Order Please. So I have some of the letters that we have been learning, and I've got them all scattered around my table here. And you may not be able to see them all, but you really need to listen carefully. And I'm going to let you help me decide who needs to be in order. We're going to listen for sounds in order. This is my reading direction arrow. It has a starting dot right here. It's going in the reading direction. We read left to right this way. So when we hear the sounds, we're going to put them on the line in order, please. All right, so listen very carefully, and I'll just move these around. Hopefully you can see some of these around the side of my table. All right, we're going to put them in order. So the first three sounds, I'm going to say them, I want you to repeat them, are g. Listen again, g. Now I want you to say them with me, g. All right, who do we hear first? G, g, g. Who do we hear first? Sam, can you unmute and tell me? G, g. Golden Girl, great job. So I'm going to move Golden Girl here first. G. What came after that? If you have the little cards at home with you, you could even hold up that card to show me. If you have the little letter cards, you could hold up the letter and show me. G. Good job, Firefighter Fred. All right, listen again. G. Who is that? Harry Hatman? Good job. So we have these three sounds. Let's say them together, everybody out there. G. What's the first sound? G, g. What's the middle sound? What's the last sound? Excellent. I'm going to move those away, and let's listen to three more sounds. Okay, are you ready? Listen carefully. D, g, k. D, g, k. D. Who's that first sound? D, 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 d. Dippy Duck. Good job. D, g, g. What's the middle sound? G, g. Golden Girl. Excellent. D, g, k, k, k. Who is that? Good job. Clever cat. Excellent. Let's say them in order and see if we got them right. D, g, k. Great job. Who do we hear first? D, d. What's the middle sound that we hear? G, g. What's the last sound? Sometimes we call it the final sound, the ending sound. What's the last sound? K, k, k. Excellent job. We'll do one more. The last one is b, b. Let's listen for the first sound. B, b, b. Bouncy Ben, great job. B. Who is that? Hairy Hat Man. B. What's the last sound? Firefighter Fred. Excellent job. Let's say all of our 3 sounds that we got in order, please. Are you ready? B, b. And the first sound is b, b. The middle sound and the final sound. Good job. You did a great job with order, please. Now, I will see you again tomorrow for another Letterland lesson where we're going to meet 2 more friends. Have a good day.